Final question for you both. It's a question for you both because you really both span like the two eras of TNA that I remember most, at least. So I'd love to ask a Mount Rushmore question for you both. Daniel, I'll give it to you first. Mount
Oh Lord.
Rushmore of TNA. Who do you got
Oh,
on there?
oh goodness.
I know it's a lot of pressure.
I'm glad you asked Daniel first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give the old man time to think.
No, you mean Rush? Explain it more. Like you mean
Okay.
our moment? You mean
I mean stars from TNA. Now you could choose what era, I guess, because TNA really does have two different defining. Like the one you're in, Daniel, now has its own stars, and then there's
Yeah.
of all time. But really, just those four or five like big stars that you think help shape TNA's, what it is, its history.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do this. You can't have TNA without Jeff Jarrett. So Jeff Jarrett
Okay,
goes on there at all
see,
right
that's
away.
not fair. He already took one
you're
off.
No,
taking
you could have the same one. You can't
yeah.
have Jeff Jarrett's there. And then you got to look at okay, what happened from that. So then you've got I'm gonna go with one of the originals from the beginning, and that is your AJ Styles, because
There's another one. Man, this is not fair.
AJ Styles was someone who like was that all that wow that that and there was a lot of people with him like that, but he's kind of that name that comes out of there, right? And he's still doing it today. Then I'm gonna throw in Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle, we're gonna have the same four. I already know. Then there was that Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle came in and he kind of, like he basically had he had his prime was in TNA. Like his best matches were in TNA, right? So it's kind of he put TNA on the map. And then finally, I would end it with this person. It's not from this era. I'm gonna go old school. It's Samoa Joe because
Mhm.
Samoa Joe had that look that wasn't that. Today it's very common. Joe, Kevin Owens, Jonah, or I'm sorry, Bronson Reed,
Yeah.
um, uh, you know, Otis. There's very few people that had that look, and when they did, they were limited on what they do or they were stereotyped. He was the one that kind of, other than I guess Vader, if you look at the WB, but he kind of took that Vaderness of him, of his size, and took it to the next level. Was high flying and did stuff crazy that even Vader didn't even do. Right.
Yeah.
So for a big man, so it's like, holy cow, he set the X division on fire. He took it to the next level when he was a world champion. So that right there would be Mount Rushmore. When I think of TNA, I think of those four, and I wanted so badly to say Kazarian or Saban, but it's just I.
Oh, you got cut out at the end there, but I
Oh,
I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, I mean you picked a good four for sure. Brian, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts, he just robbed all mine. Um, I'm gonna throw in someone else though. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Because he was there from the beginning, man. Um, and did a lot. And that's Abyss.
Oh,
Um,
that's a good one.
yeah, I think Abyss, you think of him and you think of TNA. You do. Um, AJ, of course, Joe, of course, Jeff Jarrett is like, if you didn't say that, you need to be slapped in the mouth. Um,
yeah,
I, I mean, that's your core. That's your core. I mean, it really is. Um, you know, you could say names like a Hogan. No, that's not the core of TNA.
No.
You
no,
know what I mean? Jeff Hardy, no.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, no. They had a lot of big names, but none of those are what you think of when you think of TNA.
Yeah,
And that's basically the question you're asking.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I think Daniel did a good job of picking everything I was going to say. I didn't think he was going to go all of them, but he did. So I peppered in Abyss because I think Abyss should be in there as well. I do.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the addition of Abyss in there. No, I think you both have some great picks. And yeah, I think without those names, obviously there would be no TNA. So
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interviews.